Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should understand. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should know. May it sound strange, might sound foolish, but things ain't getting better. Every day another fall victim to the beretta. Why is there so much violence killing with one another? Let us learn to love and let that light shine brighter. Bad influence, you influence the youth and get slaughtered. As bad man used to be, they respect the father. It's like no eyes don't realize the times get harder. Me talk a night with all my mind and still is laughter. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. And everyone should know. Him say, when I try to cope, then myself there is hope. It seems like the biggest joke. And as I put down the gun, still the last must run. I know when plan can come. And me a jam and a cool one go back in a school. The system lick me. There's no overdose. So I'm not from the slum. Take the little much we have still until we're done. I beg to show some love. When we get back, he replies, circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. And everyone should know. When I'm a little cry, mama cry too. She was the one with her stars eyes that couldn't do. We know they find him dead with a spit time west. 6 weeks and change now. Hearing me, why so much violence? Too much violence. It hurts my soul and I won't keep silent. Circumstances made me what I am. That was his reply, I cry. Circumstances change now. Hearing me, why so much violence? Too much violence. It hurts my soul and I won't keep silent. Circumstances made me what I am. That was his reply, I cry. Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should know. It sounds strange, might look foolish, but things are getting better. Every day another fall victim to the beretta. Why is there so much violence killing with one another? Let us learn to love and let that light shine brighter. Bad influence, you influence the youth and get slaughtered. As bad man used to be, them respect the father. It's like no eyes don't realize the times get harder. I talk a night with all my mind and still is laughter. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. And everyone should know now. And when I try to cope, tell myself there is hope. It seems like the biggest joke. And as I put down the gun, collateral must run. I know when blind men can come. And me a think about cool one go back in a school. The system lick me. There's no overdose. So I'm not from the slum. Take the little much we have, still until we done. When we show some love, when we get back some now. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You're listening to The Proven Truth. You're listening to The Proven Truth with your brother and host, Anthony Brown, coming to you live from the studios of Radio Gumbo Creole, here in the beautiful territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. We love it. My brothers and sisters, it's another God-given day. It's another God-given day, and as usual, we give our God the thanks and the glory for being here with you, to spending this time with the listening audience. My brothers and sisters all over the diaspora, my brothers and sisters all over North America. we say to you all much love. We say much love. Again, you are tuned into The Proven Truth. You are listening to The Proven Truth with your brother and host Anthony Brown, coming to you live from the studio here in beautiful semi-tropical New Orleans, Louisiana. We are loving it. We are loving it, family. It's a beautiful day outside. Sun is shining, the birds are singing, and we are amongst the living. My brothers and sisters, to participate in the show, you can dial us here at 504-303-8922 to let your voices be heard, to spit your truth, to tell your side of the history of the story of, whatever you have on your mind. Feel free to contact us or to participate. And the way for you to do that is by dialing 504-303-8922. Again, you can also listen to us by dialing 712-432-7883. You can listen to us from your device of choice by dialing 712-432-7883. You can also check us out on the web by going to www.radiogumbocreole.net. That's www.radiogumbocreole.net. We live stream this and every show on the Facebook. You can check us out on the Facebook. You can participate on the Facebook by going to Anthony Brown for Assessor. That's Anthony Brown for Assessor, ASSESSOR 2017. You can also check us out via live stream on the YouTube by going to The Proven Truth, the THE Proven Truth. You can type in my name, Anthony Brown, and you will see an archive, and you can actually go and pick from that archive any one of the previous shows that we did. You can check us out there. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. The Constitution of the United States, still in full force and effect. Still in full force and effect. Believe that, my brothers and sisters. Believe that. All governments of rights originates with the people, is founded on their will alone, and is instituted to protect the rights of the individual and for the good of the whole. Its only legitimate ends are to secure justice for all, preserve peace, protect the rights, and promote the happiness and general welfare of the people. The Louisiana Constitution of 1974, my brothers and sisters, these are not only words on paper. these are not only words and paper. These words have true significance to we the people. These words are words that we the people write in this document for them. Not for ourselves, for them. Who is them? Them is that entity that we the people call government. Them is that group of people who we the people refer to as our representatives, as elected officials. That's who them are. When we make reference to them, we are not talking about politicians. And for those of you who been tuning into this show for some time now, know the difference between elected officials or the representative of the people and politicians. You know our definition for politicians. We never institute or drafted this document for politicians. No, we didn't. Let's get that straight. We drafted this document for them being government, them being representative of we the people. You follow me? Okay, keep on following. We call upon the various governments of the world to accept and acknowledge Negroes representative who shall be sent to the said governments to represent the general welfare of the Negro people of the world. Our ancestor, our brother, our teacher, Marcus Mosiah Garvey. The philosophy and opinion of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Now, my brothers and sisters, can you imagine in present day and present time, can you imagine here in 2018, 21st century, we the black massive, we the people of Mother Africa, we the descendant from people of Mother Africa, so-called Negroes or black leaders to represent us on any landmass or sending any of these present day so-called leaders to represent us on a mass scale or a mass level at to any government, be it the government of the United States or the government of any other territory on planet Earth. We have a problem right now, my brothers and sisters, even finding one among us who can stand up and be counted as a representative of the people. Now, if we want politicians to represent us, we can get that. Look, you can just throw a stone and you're going to hear somebody barking. That's a politician. We can, if we want politicians to represent us, look no further than New Orleans City Council. Look no further than Baton Rouge. Look no further than the Louisiana Judiciary. In the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeal, the Louisiana Supreme Court. Look no further than the New Orleans Civil District or Civil Court. You will see politicians. We are not talking of our ancestor right here, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, our brother, our teacher, our philosopher, wasn't talking about politician when he make reference to these, when he made this quote. He was talking about elected officials. He was talking about representative people who represent our basic human rights interests. That's what I was talking about. And again, family, it is because of this principle, it is because of this ideology that we here on the Proven Truth make references to our ancestors on a day-to-day basis. And we will continue to do so. We will continue to do so. Look, we would love for our ancestors to lie in the grave and rest peacefully without we invoking the name on a day-to-day basis. Right now, our ancestors is in the grave in turmoil because they're like, man, I can't rest because look, my spirit or my soul is you know what I mean, is not at peace, because here it is, I'm supposed to be at rest, and here is my offspring, one with itself. That's the reason why we have to call upon them, my brothers and sisters, because there is not one among us today that we can point to. There is not one among us today that we can call upon or we can refer to, and we can say, yes, there goes brother X or sister X who is speaking on behalf of the black masses, or who is speaking on behalf of people, period. Speaking on an issue of equity, speaking on issue of equal rights and justice, speaking on behalf of, you know, any issue that faces us. We cannot find one. And that is the reason why, my brothers and sisters, we call or make mention or continue to make mention of our ancestors. Marcus Mosiah Garvey, Nanny from the Maroon, Paul Bogle, Fred Hamilton, Maurice Bishop, Malcolm X, Carter G. Wilson, Harriet Tubman, Thomas Sankara, Somoral Mackell, Bookman Juti, Toussaint Louverture, Jack Dessalines. These are a few of our ancestors that we choose to call upon or make reference to. Not call upon, but make reference to. When we think of these ancestors, our spirit lift in joy. We feel that spiritual connection, knowing that these people did more for us then with little than we have these so-called leaders and politicians right now with so much doing nothing. My brothers and sisters, my brothers and sisters, what we will be talking about today, what's on the topic, what's the topic for today? What's the topic for today? Let's see. Let's see. I said before, I said many times on the show, when we read the Constitution, it's for them, not for us. Okay? We have rights. We have basic human rights. We have rights that we were born with. The fact that you were born a human being. A human being. I'm not talking about sex right now. That can get so complicated. We don't even want to talk about the issue of sex or sexuality right now. You know, because in today's time and society, look, my heart go out for these kids of this generation, this time right now, when they come on to identifying themselves. You know, that's just an issue we ain't even going to touch on, because you have kids being born into today's society, and based on the gender that they're born with, based on coming into this world, and you look at it, so okay, this guy here have a penis, this guy here have a vagina, so you can say okay, male and female. No, that was it when I was born. In today's society, it's a whole total different ball game. So let's put that aside. Let's say human being, because whether it's a male or a female, we can all agree that we form a part of the human race. Okay? So as a human being, we have rights, basic human rights that we were born with. Okay? It's referred to in these legal documents as inalienable rights. That means rights that we get from God. As I state every day, nobody, no one, no Mr. Politician, no Mr. Police Officer, no Mr. Judge or Miss Judge can tell me personally what my rights are, because the truth about it, I don't even know what my rights are on a day-to-day basis. On a day-to-day basis, depends on the frame of mind that I'm in, my rights can change. Okay, today I may in the mood to be, I don't know, smoke some weed, because you know it's my right to smoke weed if I want to smoke weed. Who is you to tell me that I can't smoke some weed? No, it's my right. That's my God-given right. You can regulate that. Okay, that's how I feel today. Maybe tomorrow I want to go to church and praise my God. Or maybe I just want, whatever. The point is what I'm trying, the idea that I'm trying to get across is that no one can tell me or should be able to tell you what your rights are. Your rights is whatever you say your rights is, or your rights are on a day-to-day basis. Your rights ain't in this document, the Constitution. What is in this document is instructions to them, to the politicians, telling them that, look, we the people have certain rights that's not enumerated in this document. And while you're out there operating in your official capacity as the honorable, when you use that word honorable, who we're referring to? The cronies, the criminal politicians here in Louisiana. When you're out there operating in your official capacity as honorable, you need to be mindful that we the people have certain rights that you ain't supposed to be trampling all over. And if you trample all over our rights, then you open yourself liable to lawsuit, to recalls, and whatever other sanction we the people, your bosses, find it necessary to render or to sanction against you. In the law, again, full disclaimer for you legal critics out there, you members of the Bar Association. We ain't attorneys here. We ain't a member of the Bar Association. We don't want to be. We work for a living. We don't have to rob nor lie to people to put food on our table. No disrespect to the honorable few. Again, I personally have friends out there who are a member of the Bar Association. but they have other trades or livelihood too. I know people who have the law degree who don't practice law. In law, you have what is referred to as substantive rights. Substantive rights. Let me read a definition from Wikipedia for you what a substantive right is. Substantive rights are basic human rights possessed by people in an ordinary society and include rights granted by natural law as well as substantive law. Substantive law, my brothers and sisters, is that part of the law that outline what your rights are. Okay? Substantive rights include a right to substance of being human, life, liberty, and happiness, rather than a right of a procedure to enforce that right, which is defined as procedural law. So you know, so that's what according to this definition, which is constant throughout the legal fraternity, that's what substantive right is. Okay? So what am I saying? What am I saying? There is certain things that cannot be regulated. There is certain things that as a human being you are entitled to. Okay? There is certain things that you are entitled to as a human being, and nobody can regulate because it's inalienable. All right? Let me read you something from, again, we ain't preaching law. We ain't preaching law. But there's such a thing known are the legal scholars, the legal minds, those people that form that private organization, that private group, and call themselves attorneys and judges who form a part of that that private entity we call a bar association. There's a thing they refer to as case law. And in layman terms, in simple terms, what case law is if there's a case that was litigated through the court system and to the point where it reaches the appellant level and a decision is rendered in that case, and somebody after that case is being rendered or settled, someone else files suit, and that suit is similar in nature. No, notice I say similar. No, I said similar. I didn't say exact. I said similar in nature to that case that was filed before and was settled. The attorneys or the people who is filing this latter suit can make reference to that first case to their benefit. Okay? That's what they refer to as case law. So they can say, look, based on the case Brown versus New Orleans, filed in 19 long, you know, this was what happened, and this was similar circumstances, blah 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 blah, and they cite that, you know, as precedents. Okay, so the presiding judge supposed to look upon that presiding case with some type of legal authority. Okay? Here is a case law. And I'm going to read you just a part of this case law, just so I can establish my point. This is what the case law is saying. The Constitution recognizes and protects the rights of individual human beings. Let me read it again. The Constitution, what they're talking about, this document, family, this document, this book right here, this document, that's what they're talking about when they talk about the Constitution. This document right here, okay? The Constitution recognizes and protects the rights of individual human beings. What have I been saying, or what have I been saying for some time now? Okay? Not local governments. Municipal corporations are creatures of the state and only have the powers granted to them by the legislature, which has supreme power over municipalities. Full stop. Let's stop right here. Let's break this down so my brothers and sisters can understand it. Again, this is what is known as a case law. And what it is saying in layman terms. The Constitution wasn't intended to protect municipal corporation. It wasn't intended to protect governmental entity. The Constitution and its authority. The Constitution recognize and protect individual rights. Did he say nothing about no collective rights? Individual rights. What my rights are totally different than what your rights are. It protects individual right, not the municipal corporation, not the body politic. The body politic is a creature from the legislature. In the territory of Louisiana, the municipal corporation of the city of New Orleans, as we so know it and refer to it, how was that municipal entity created? Where did that authority came from? It came from the legislative body there in Baton Rouge, outlined in Article 6 of the Louisiana Constitution. You follow me? The creation of the body politic, what you refer to as local government, in whatever territory you're in. This doesn't only apply to the territory of Louisiana. We have 50 territories that form this union. In any territory at all that you're in, that entity that you refer to as the local government was created or can refer to the legislature of that territory as the mommy and daddy. You see I'm following me? You follow me? The powers that they so exercise as it relates to the territory of Louisiana can be found in Article 6 of the Louisiana Constitution. It authorized them to operate under what is known as a Home Rule Charter. All right? I hope you guys following me now. I'm breaking it down and making it simple. Now, each government, or each branch of government, or each politicians, as we have it here in the territory of New Orleans, Louisiana, have their instruction or of their marching order from we the people. As it relates to Errol G. Williams, that person who is referring to himself as the Orleans Parish Tax Assessor, as it relates to him, you can find the functions and the authority that he's supposed to operate under Article 7 of the Louisiana Constitution, among other places. But the Constitution is the law. From the Constitution, then they go and they create what they call these revised statutes and these government codes. But look no further than the Louisiana Constitution, Article 7. That's where the authority for his office originates or come from. Okay? Now, what they do to make it more applicable or understandable or workable, they create these revised statutes. Okay? Now, as it relates to this criminal imposter, Errol G. Williams, as the tax assessor, as the person that was on the ballot asking we the people for the authority to conduct our business, our affair as the tax assessor, there is certain basic phrase or authority that he must be familiar with. Must. Now, as the tax assessor, there is only one group of people that Mr. Errol G. Williams, if he was operating legally, if he was operating under the Constitution, if he had no respect or regards for the rule of law, there'd only be one set of people as the tax assessor that he was authorized, or that he is authorized to conduct business with. I said it before, my brothers and sisters, that everything that's written in law, or everything that supposed to affect we the people, must be defined. Must be defined. What do I mean? Let's say they say to you, look, you need to pay a tax. So if you need to pay a tax, automatically what they are saying to you is, one, you're a taxpayer, and two, you are a debtor. Right? Because if you need to pay something, before you pay whatever that is, that means you must owe somebody something to pay them something. Or you must you must have a contractual obligation to pay. But let's take one step backwards. As the Orleans Parish tax assessor, his authority or portfolio only have to do with taxpayers. Just like if you're a teacher, your authority would be just to deal with student. Am I making myself clear? You're a teacher, so your authority or your area of expertise is to teach, right? So you will be focusing on student, people who you have inside your class, in your classroom. So you'll be teaching those people. Okay? As a tax assessor, Errol G. Williams have the authority to deal with taxpayers. Okay? Now, who or what group of people are taxpayers? Does every person that you meet on the street is a taxpayer? Is everybody a taxpayer? Can Errol G. Williams tax everybody at will? Can he do that? And if he can, where is the authority? Follow me. All Errol G. Williams, that criminal crony bastard, needs to do, or was to do, was to go to the revised statute, in this case, Title 47, Section 2, which deals with general definition. Again, I said it already and I'll say it again, family. Everything in law must be defined. When I say everything, I mean words and phrases. What you think you may know, or the meaning that you may put to words, or the way you might define certain words in your everyday speaking or conversation. When it comes to law, the terminology or its usage may and in most cases is different than what you know or what you think you know. All Mr. Errol G. Williams would have to do, and again, he wouldn't have to do it by himself. He could call one of his legal advisors, or he could go at 400 Royal Street on the second floor, and you'll find this document. And what this document says. Title 47, Section 2. A matter of fact, Section 2, Paragraph 4. Taxpayer means any person liable to pay a tax or file a return under any provision in which the word taxpayer appears. Did you catch that? Who is a taxpayer? Let me tell you again. Any person, a matter of fact, taxpayer means, so it's telling you, it's telling Errol G. Williams what the word taxpayer means. It's telling Errol G. Williams who him have the authority to deal with, or the group of people that him have the authority to deal with. taxpayers. Who is a taxpayer? What does the word taxpayer? When you talk about taxpayer, when you tell me I need to pay a tax, I need to do what? Why should I pay? Am I a taxpayer? I'm not sure. How is it that I just become a taxpayer just like that? Explain it to me. Okay, let's do some research. Here's the definition of taxpayer. Taxpayer means any person liable to pay a tax or file a... Okay, so for me to be a taxpayer, I must be liable. That's the underlying word right there, family. Liable. You must be liable. Is everybody out there liable to pay a tax? Huh? Is everybody out there liable? So, right off the bat, that imposter, Errol G. Williams, supposed to be thinking if he was a credible, honest person. Okay, so here Title 47 telling me that Section 2, Paragraph 4 is telling me that the people that I have authority to deal with, right, taxpayers, means any person liable. So any person liable, that means we're talking about groups, different groups of people. Or that means it's not everybody that is liable to pay a tax, right? So let me go and find out who is liable. You see I'm talking about, family? Follow me. Look, I know you got some brilliant scholars out here, okay? I know you got people out there with a master's degree and a bachelor's degree and your PhD and you go to college and you straight A student. Look, just for a second. Work with your brother. Just for a second. Work with me. Put away that institutional thinking. Put away that indoctrination and come back down to earth. Come back down to basics. Use what God give you. Critical thinking. Use your brain. Just work with me for a second. We're talking here now. Look, we're talking. I know you're a brilliant scholar. I ain't grudge you. Look, there's no envy for me in your heart. It's love. I'm coming from a place of love. I'm just trying to have a dialogue right here. Am I wrong to have a dialogue? Am I wrong to try to understand what the meaning of words are as it applies to certain issues? This is what I'm saying. You come to me and you say, Mr. Brown, you owe me $1. And this dollar is for tax. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe I do owe you $1. Maybe at the time when I enter into a contract with you, or maybe at the time when I borrowed that $1 from you, I was drinking. And look, I don't drink. I don't like alcohol. I don't drink, family. So maybe that one time when I was drinking, you know, I just get topsy-turvy and I borrow $1 from you, or I sign a contract. Or maybe I was smoking some weed and I don't smoke tobacco, cigarette, or nothing. So maybe that time when I was out there having fun and I was smoking that good indica weed, you know what I mean? I did borrow $1 from you, or I did sign a contract. You follow what I'm saying? And I did, and look, it could be an honest mistake and I don't remember about it. So maybe I did do that. Maybe I did went into some type of obligation where it leave me now liable to owe this tax or to become a taxpayer as it is defined in the law. You see what I'm saying? So now that I'm conscious, now I'm fully aware, now I have all my pupils, now that I'm not intoxicated in no way, shape, or form. Now, I'm doing my due diligence to find out, okay, let's see. Because you are sending me a document, and on that document, you are making reference to me as a taxpayer. And you are saying that I'm liable. You see, you follow me? No. We show in the beginning of the show that there's certain rights, that there's certain inalienable rights that I was born, or that we, the people, were born with. Certain inalienable rights that as a part of you being a human being, you was automatically, you came in this world with God-given rights. Whether or not you believe in God or not, that's not the issue of the point here. Follow me. Again, come down to earth. We're talking, come down to earth. Come off of your IRs. Come off of your credentials for a second and follow what I'm talking about. When you was delivered from your mama's womb, you came here with certain natural, inalienable, God-given rights that can be found in no book or no document. You see what I'm talking about? That's our premise. So, not only that, no, you are living in the territory, or you are living in the United States of America. Which, in the United States of America, we have contractual obligation, or there can be no sanction, there can be no sanction against you to enter into a contract. You are free to enter into a contract with anybody you choose to. So we have contractual laws, we have contract laws here in America. And recognizing the fact that we have contract laws, you know, you can enter into a contractual obligation with anybody who you choose to. I'm saying maybe some point in time when I was intoxicated, when I was drunk, either through smoking some weed or drinking some alcohol, which I don't do. So maybe that's why it affected my brain and my body so much to the point where I went into a contract with this person over here, sir. Or I borrowed some money. You see what I'm saying? Then would leave me liable. Or that would actually, no, you could categorize me or refer to me as a taxpayer. Means any person liable to pay a tax or file a return under any provision in which the word taxpayer. You see what it says? It says under any provision. So it don't matter what type of variation you want to use or come at you. Under any provision in which the word taxpayer is used. So I'm looking and I'm saying, okay, well, that's what a taxpayer is. Somebody that's liable. So then you have to ask yourself, or I did, am I liable? Am I liable? What would it take for you to be liable? I just said it a while ago. For you to be liable, one, there must be a contract somewhere. Okay? There must be a contract somewhere. Okay? Or you must have an obligation, and the obligation must come from two consenting individuals. What did I say? Two what? Two consenting individuals. So, look, let's say when I was intoxicated and I was out of my mind because I was smoking that good indica weed. I was drinking that good bourbon whiskey. This guy over here come to me and I borrow $1 from him, right? When I was out of my goddamn mind. Would that be valid? No, my brothers and sisters, not under the law. Because at that time, he was dealing with me or trying to conduct business with me. It's like conducting business with a goddamn 2-year-old. Can you sign a contract with a 2-year-old? Unless you're a 2-year-old yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Two 2-year-olds can sign a contract. You know? You know? Because, you know, one, they'll be talking the same language, they'll be communicating with, you know what I'm saying? But you follow me? Now, let's go a little bit deeper. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's give that criminal imposter, Harold G. Williams, the benefit of the doubt. And my brothers and sisters, for those of you who don't know the person I'm referring to, Harold G. Criminal Williams is the person that sits in the office of the Orleans Parish Tax Assessor, the person who is calling himself the tax assessor for the body politic, for the municipal corporation, City of New Orleans. And what this is for my brothers and sisters all over the diaspora outside of North America, or in the territories who don't participate in this criminal conduct, is what it is the tax assessor is someone who is an elected official. Is an elected official put into office or voted into office by we the people to regulate or to perform the function of collecting taxes, legitimate taxes, constitutional taxes. Okay, we the people believe in taxes. We have no issue in the command. We are not saying, or we have never said, nor will we say, that a tax in and of itself is not legit or is not needed. We are not saying that. We are saying that there is a constitutional basis upon which a tax can be levied and a tax can be collected. There is a constitutional basis upon which a tax can be levied and a tax can be collected. Therefore, we the people appointed someone to conduct our affairs as it relates to taxation. Okay? Here in the territory of Louisiana, that authority can be found under Article 7 of the Louisiana Constitution. Now, it's our argument based upon our research, based upon our conversation, based upon what we have first-hand knowledge about. First-hand knowledge, not hearsay, not guessing. Look, when we speak on this, look, again, family, it's important for you guys to understand. Anything that we say on this show, today, yesterday, or tomorrow, anything that we say on this show, on this program, on this station, and you don't agree with, or you think that there is no basis, or you think that we are spreading propaganda, or you think that it's illegal, or you think that it's wrong, or you think it don't have any merit, please call us. Please call us. And look, when you call us, don't call us after the show or before the show. Call us and when we're doing the show. Because we want you to call us. Again, That number is 504-303-8922. Or you can come directly on the program. Look, you got platforms. You can hit us up on Facebook by going to Anthony Brown for Assessor 2017, by going to the YouTube, The Proven Truth, right? You can call us. You can party. You can say, man, look, Anthony, you're full of crap, bro. That's wrong. That's factually wrong. And here is why it's factually wrong. Or this is the law. Or this is where you're wrong. Call us out. We encourage, we implore you to do that. If we say anything, I don't care how simple it is. If today is Thursday and we say it's Friday, call us and say, man, look, you're full of crap. Today is Friday, not Thursday. Or today is Thursday, not Friday. You see what I'm saying? If we say it is 5 o'clock and you think it's 5 minutes past 5, call us. If we say the sky is blue and you think it's white, call us. You see what I'm talking about? Call us. We truly, sincerely want the listening audience to check, to fact check us. If we are saying anything, if we are giving any information to our listeners or to our viewing audience which is wrong, I really don't want to be doing that. We don't believe in that. As a policy here at the studio of Radio Gumbo Creole, we don't do that. And the management of this station would kick my black off so fast you wouldn't believe it. If we were spreading any information that was false or wrong, or we were spreading any propaganda or speaking an issue which we are not knowledgeable about. So again, call us, and if we are wrong, or we prove to be wrong, we will apologize verbally and in writing. And if there's any compensation to be paid, we'll also pay. If we are wrong. Again, the name of the show, my brothers and sisters, is The Proven Truth. It's not the Anthony Brown Show or the Radio Gumbo Creole Show, or no, it's The Proven Truth. And there's a reason for that. We put some thought process into this. We are not here to drag no elected official name or reputation through the mud if they don't deserve it. No, we recognize our authority and our portfolio as an electorate, one, as the bosses, two, and as the people who employ you. So you are our employee. We want elected officials to be successful and to work on our behalf. So we don't have any interest into just dragging somebody's name through the mud just like that. Why would we do that? We ain't stupid. We ain't buffoons. Why would we do that? If we call somebody a criminal on this show, it's because that person is a criminal. And that person has been doing criminal activity. Whether or not you like the word that's coming out of our mouth, it's factual. The proven truth. That which is constant with facts and reality. If we don't have facts to back up our argument, we'll not say. We'll not say. We'll not say. We base our show, our reputation, on speaking truth. There's an old-time Proverbs. These are old-time Proverbs from the islands. Goes like this. Speak the truth and cause it what it will. He who hide the wrong he did does the wrong thing still. So, what we are saying, what does that means? When we speak the truth, whoever it hurt, so be it. The truth cannot be hid. Or you can hide it for some time, but you're going to come out in the light. What we say is the truth. We won't spread propaganda, negative propaganda, because you got good propaganda. We won't spread negative or false propaganda on nobody. All right? Look. So, let's say we recognize, for some reason, we say, okay, we acknowledge the fact that we're a taxpayer. Let's say we acknowledge the fact that we're a taxpayer. What would or what should Mr. RLG Criminal Williams then do? First, he would recognize that, look, a taxpayer is somebody who is liable to pay a tax. And how would you be liable? We could go further and we could show you how you will be liable, because it's stated in the law. But a lot of you lazy ass people need to do some work and research yourself to find that out. But one way for you to be liable would be through a contractual agreement. Okay? Now, let's say you are actually a taxpayer. As a taxpayer, you have what is known as a Bill of Rights. A Bill of Rights. Where can you find that? Again, go back to Title 47, Section 15, right, of the Revised Statute. Louisiana Revised Statute, Title 47, Revenue and Taxation, Section 15, Taxpayers' Bill of Rights. And this is what that document says. Here is hereby established a taxpayer bill of rights to guarantee that the rights, privacy, and property of the Louisiana taxpayers are safeguarded and protected during tax assessment, collection, and enforcement process administered under the tax law of this state. Period. The Taxpayers' Bill of Rights consists of statement in non-technical terms, you get that? Of the rights and obligation of the Department of Revenue and taxpayers. The rights afforded taxpayers to assert that their privacy and property are safeguarded and protected during tax assessment and collection are available only insofar as they are implemented in accordance with the Constitution of Louisiana and Louisiana Revised Statute of 1950, or the administrative rule of the Department of... Look, go no further, my brothers and sisters. Stop. What did it say? Insofar as they are implemented according to what? Somebody say it for me, man. So let somebody say it for me. Let me take a sip of water. That's some good water. That's some good water. Hey, again, family, look, I ain't giving you guys my secret. Don't make the buckle fool for you guys on Facebook and YouTube. But look, my water, the water that look, the water that your brother drink. Hey, this is spring water. This come from the mountains. You see? My water, look, My water don't come from the same distill as yours, or from the same fountain as yours, or them over there, When I drink my water, I got purity. I can see clear. Look, my water don't have no type of toxin inside of it. No type of, you know what I mean? So when I drink, it's look, that's why when I read certain things, it's like the bulb just come on. It's just, you know what I mean? I'm loving this. I'm having too much fun, man. Look. So, Errol G. Williams would have known this document and would have recognized that, look, anything that is in conflict with the Constitution is null and void of law. You can only make applicable to the taxpayer insofar as it is in compliance with the Constitution. If I'm talking about people, the Constitution is an important document. It's the Constitution. Let's say it again. The Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Territory of Louisiana Constitution, is the document by which all of these politicians, because that's what they are, they're politicians. And for those of you who don't know what a politician is, according to yours truly, let me tell you, when we use the word politician instead of elected officials, right, we are referring to those cronies, to those criminal actors, people who tells you what you want to hear, are people who come at you politically correct during election time just so that you may elect them to public office. People who have no fundamental interest in working on behalf of we the people. That's a politician. People who have no regard for the rule of law, for the Constitution. Someone who will say to you what they think you need to hear or what they think you will swallow during the time when they are running for public office just so that you can elect them to public office. That's a politician. That's a criminal. Now, this document goes on to outline to you, let me see. I got from number one, and cause look, I just keep certain stuff for my own personal reference and reminder. I got from 1 to 40. I just got you a few for you. Here is the rights asserted Louisiana taxpayers are. Here's some of the rights that if you're a taxpayer, if you are a taxpayer, because some of us are, or some of you are, if you're a taxpayer, you have rights. And that right as a taxpayer ain't inherent right. That right as a taxpayer ain't natural rights or birth, no. Those are legal rights. Your legal rights is totally different from your inalienable rights. So if you, because of your transaction, now fall underneath the category or the definition of a taxpayer, you have rights as a taxpayer. Now, here's just a few of your rights. Your first one, the right to be treated fairly, courteously, and with respect. Errol G. Williams never read that one. Look, that was the first one. That was the first one. Errol G. Williams. You hear that? the right to be treated fairly, courteously, and with respect. Second one, the right to have all tax forms, instructions, and information written in plain English. Let's elaborate a little bit on that one. When an elected official, listen to me carefully, again, family, I tell you about the water that I drink, crystal clear, okay? Wasn't provided to me by no utility from the municipal corporation. I tell you about the fact that I didn't go to their institution of indoctrination. So, and I don't work in the confines of nobody process or thinking process. Or I don't think with the collective. No, this ain't Star Treks. This ain't what you call it, come on. This ain't the Enterprise. Okay? This ain't the Borg, for those of you who watch Star Trek, you know, because that's all I watch on TV right now, you know. Look, the collective thinking, I don't work with that. Independent and critical thinking, that's how I operate. Right? Let's read number 2 again. The right to have all tax form, comma, instructions, comma, and information written in plain English. We have a group of people out there calling themselves attorneys, calling themselves tax attorneys. We have a group of people out there calling themselves judges. We have this criminal imposter, Earl G. Williams, in office, calling himself the tax assessor. They want you to believe, for those of you who call yourself taxpayers, according to the definition that we just read a while ago. And as a taxpayer, you have rights. Taxpayer Bill of Rights, according to the law right here. They want you to believe that because it is so complicated, you cannot understand it. And that is the reason why they have to interpret it for you, and they have to implement the policies and do it for you. Because it's so complicated and it's so broad and it's so humongous that the average person cannot understand the taxing laws. It's too complicated for you to understand. Oh man, look, Mr. Brown, this is so complicated. You know, these taxing laws change so rapidly, every so frequently it's changed, and then the terminology is you have to have a legal mind to. What? Says who? Since when? No, look. They can't tell me that, you know. They can tell you that. Or they can tell somebody who is uninformed that crap. Because that's all it is, crap. If you acknowledge that you're a taxpayer, then you, as a taxpayer, have rights. And one of the rights is that the information must be written in plain English, plain language. Right? So, if it's not written in plain language, so the average person can interpret it or understand what it is. What it is. It is void for vagueness. If the law is not written in a way so you can understand the written language, it is what we call void. No, not we. It is what they call void, V-O-I-D, for vagueness. If the average person cannot understand it. And look, what the hell does Anthony Brown know? I don't know crap. I'm just reading. That's all we do here. Read. Reading is fundamental. It's fundamental. We just read it. Okay? Because we have to understand. Look, again, when these politicians tell us that we owe a tax and referring to us as taxpayers, they could be right. They could be right. They could be. We ain't gonna say no, you ain't right or you're wrong. No, who the hell? Why would we do that? Without doing our due diligence and doing some investigation and doing some research when it come on to the law. What's the law? The Constitution. And any watered down variation of the Constitution as it relates to the revised statute and to the codes. You know, you must do some checking. So we are checking these documents. Now, again, when we read the Constitution, we have no problem with that document, you know. That document is so simple. My 5-year-old can understand it. It's simple. Yes, it's simple. Huh? What you cannot understand about no person shall be deprived of life, comma, liberty, comma, or property, comma, except by due process of law. Look, look, you don't need to go to no university or college, not even goddamn high school to understand that. No person shall be deprived of life, property, except by due process of law. No, you could ask yourself a question. What's due process of law? That could be a question. That could be a question posed. What's due process of law? Every person has the right to acquire, own, control, use, enjoy, protect, and dispose of private property. What's difficult or complicated about that? Huh? No, you know something? Look, I have an epiphany. You know? I have an epiphany. I think, look, I could be wrong, you know. But I'm going to tell you guys what I think. This is my opinion. I think the more education you claim to have is as dumb as some of us get, or some of you get, or some of them get, talking about politicians. I'm not talking about the average man or woman out there in the street. I'm talking about these people who are called politicians. I think the more so-called education that they boast about having, or the more credential that they boast about, is it dumber they be? I really do. I really do. Let's look at this guy real quick. Let me see if I can find it real quick. This guy, Errol G. Williams. Let's look at his credentials that is bragging and boasting about. His academical. Look, I don't envy nobody for having academical credentials. Why should I? I went to school too. I learned to read and write too. I can comprehend the written word. I can. You know, I can. And I don't need to rob nobody nor lie to nobody for a living. I don't need to lie. That's the reason why when my friends said, look, I got friends who curse me every day. So you're wasting the time. I need to go sit in the bar. Why don't I? I said, why should I do that? Why should I do that and use the same one who is telling me that your clients are being bamboozled inside these courts? Why should I do what you're doing? Why should I do what you're doing and you're not even practicing law? You know? Let me see. I'm looking for your real quick, family. I'm looking for your real quick. Let me see what I can find. It's here. It's not far. Let me see. I think that the more credentials that these clowns claim they have or brag about. Okay. Let's look at this criminal imposter, Errol G. Williams, and his academical credentials. Now, we are talking about usage and terminology of words and the simplicity of these words and these phrases. So maybe they're too simple. That's why they're acting the fool. Maybe the way the law is written, it could be. Maybe the law is written, the way the law is written is too simple for them. Here it is saying, here it is telling Mr. Williams that for the taxpayers have a Bill of Rights. And one of the requirements is that the written information is supposed to be simple and plain. But this guy, Errol Williams, can't understand. Let's see why he cannot understand it. Let's see why he cannot understand it. Okay. Let's see why he can't understand it. Errol G. Williams. Errol G. Williams. Okay. Bachelor of Arts in Accounting from Dillard University. That's big. Isn't it? Somebody tell me, is that big? Him have a Bachelor of Arts. That sounds big to me. I don't know. Maybe it's big. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Him have a Bachelor. That sounds big to me. Big credentials. Bachelor of Arts in Accounting. So I'm supposed to be good with figures. This guy's supposed to count to 1,000. Huh? Because I have a Bachelor of Arts in Accounting. Masters in Business Administration from Tulane University. Masters. Man, that's big. Look, I get a master's too, but that's it. Look, I got a master's too. Don't think your brother a dummy. But look, I'm just saying. Him have a master's in business administration from Tulane University. He's a licensed Louisiana realtor. I carry license too. 45 years of accounting and government experience. Okay? Let's see what I get him at. Organizational profession. Louisiana Assessor Association. Past, present, 2005. International Association of blah, 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 blah. Governmental, financial, blah, 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 blah. Okay, Dillard University board member. Lutheran Social Service of the South, Inc. board member. New Orleans Municipal Employees Credit Union. Bradford National Life Insurance Company board member. Jutes Boys Home New Orleans chapter, former member. Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity. Go ahead, you bad boy, Errol G. Williams. Look at you. Alpha Phi Alpha, huh? You bad boy. You dumbass. That's what you are. Dumbass. Dumbass criminal. Huh? What you cannot understand about this? So when all of them try to tell you, my brothers and sisters, that taxing, the whole application or process of taxes, I don't care what kind of tax, it's complicated. It's BS. The third one, the right to prompt and accurate answers to their questions in accordance with Department of Revenue policies and procedure memorandum administrative number 10.40. It's important. Look, you remember when I started the show, I tell you guys about this case law. Remember remember the case law I mentioned about earlier? And I tell you what a case law is. And I said to you that the Constitution, based on the case law, coming to you from the case law right now, coming to you from the case law, the Constitution recognizes and protects the right of the individual human being, comma, not local government. Municipal corporations are creatures of the state. You remember I said that? Let's read the Taxpayer Bill of Rights and let's see if we can use our common sense, our nugget, and we can join these two. Or see if you can see how the case law refers to the Taxpayers Bill of Rights, number 3. And let's see if you can see how those two make sense. Bearing in mind that the Constitution recognize and protect the individual rights, not municipal corporations. The right to prompt and accurate answers to their question in accordance with Department of Revenue policy. Department of Revenue policy and procedure memorandum. Where would you find the Department of Revenue? Either in the territory of Louisiana or any other territory? Tell me. You don't know? No? Okay, let me tell you. On the state or the territory side, what you call it, what most of you refer to as state government. On the state government side, not local government. On the state government. On the state look, family, it's really not difficult to comprehend. It's really not difficult to comprehend, but there is a defect. There is a divide. For years, for decades, you have been misinformed, misguided, lied to, bamboozled, tricked, just so that they, the municipal corporation, can have a financial gain. Right now in the territory of New Orleans, Louisiana, there is a lawsuit against the municipal corporation, City of New Orleans, that entity, the body politic, under the administration of that criminal Mitch J. Landry, the ex-mayor of New Orleans, for taking money that was not allocated to them and diverting that money, putting that money in their pension plan. So here we have elected officials, Errol G. Williams, member of the New Orleans City Council, members of the administrative body, taking money from we the people, money that's supposed to go toward fixing the roads, fixing drainage, going towards school, fixing of security. You see I'm talking? Taking that money that was allocated for that purpose and putting that money into their pension fund. That means once they leave office, they can be all over the goddamn Caribbean drinking tequila and whiskey, walking up in bikinis and doing whatever they want to do. They're criminals, man. How much more can we say? Okay? Department of Revenue. Now, when we go, look, we're going to go into this document, the Constitution, under Article 7. And we're going to show you, let me see a matter of fact. You see, look, again, what's the name of this goddamn show? The Proven Truth, huh? That's what the name of this show is. When we come to you from one document. We come to you from one document. One document. Look, let me read section 1. Look, family, this is a document that your brother dissect. Look, you got nights when I'm in my bed, supposed to be rubbing my girl down, slapping her on that. Bop, 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 bop. You know, I'm reading this book. And she's like, baby, what's up? I'm like, look, let me get my study on. I'm like, let me get my study on. And she's like, all right. You know? Let me read to you section 1 of Article 7. Look, we're connecting the dots. Look, I recognize, my brothers and sisters, that you guys are hard at work every single day. I recognize that the economy is booming right now. The economy is good. There's a lot of jobs out there. So I recognize that more people is now employed and making money, which is good. You're taking care of your family. So you don't have the time to do this, the legwork. I'm doing it for you. Look, I'm doing it for you, my brothers and sisters. So, look, we're connecting the dots. Section 1, Article 7. Listen. Except as otherwise provided by this Constitution, which it doesn't, except as otherwise provided by this Constitution, the power of taxation shall be vested in the legislator. Hold on there. You catch that? Shall be, what the word vested mean? Mean the power lies within the legislative body, what you call state government, comma, shall never be surrendered, comma, suspended, comma, or contracted away, comma, and shall be exercised for public purpose only. Period. Full stop. Go no further. Pay $200 to come out of jail. Did you catch that? You want me to read it again? No, I ain't going to read it again. No. You see how it coincide with number 3 or section 3 of the Taxpayers Bill of Rights? You have to think, you have to open your nugget and think. Breathe. Take some deep breaths. In. Out. One more time. In. Out. Oxygen flow inside of the brain. Then you look at these documents. We're going to show you the legislative body cannot surrender, contract, or give away its taxing authority. You see what I'm talking about? It cannot do that. It cannot will it where it says surrender, suspend, contract, or give it away. It cannot do that. The legislative body cannot do that. So, when number 3 of the Bill of Rights says to you that the Department of Revenue Policy, we're talking about that time, did you say anything about the goddamn local government, no municipal corporation? Did the Constitution say that? Show it to me. And if you show it to me, I'll keep my mouth quiet. Anybody can show it to me. We're gonna go, look, we're gonna go deeper. Let's go to 4. The right to ask and receive assistance in complying with tax laws, rules, and regulation of Louisiana. Once you recognize that you're a taxpayer, once you come to the realization that you're a taxpayer according to the definition of who a taxpayer is. So once you say, yes, I am liable, I got a liability, I'm a taxpayer, you then want to ensure that there's certain rights, certain legal rights that you possess as a taxpayer, and then you would go find this document that would outline to you what your rights now are as a taxpayer, and you would see section 4. Section 4 will then inform you that the right to ask and receive assistance from that criminal bastard Harold G. Williams in complying with the tax laws, rules, and regulation of Louisiana. So you have that right. So here it is, you're a taxpayer. You're not familiar with the laws, the rules, or the regulation. Harold G. Williams, acting in the capacity as the Orleans Parish Tax Assessor, now send you document saying that you are liable to pay a tax because you're a taxpayer. You doing your research, you putting 2 and 2 together, you now find this document that tells you that you have a right to receive assistance when it comes to the law and the rule that govern the Louisiana tax. You now contact Harold G. Williams and tell him, and this is what Harold G. Williams is going to say to you as the taxpayer. This is what Harold G. Williams going to say to you. Let's go to it under the document file. Harold Williams going to say this to you. Look, that's Harold G. Williams. For my listening audience, I got him on a document from Harold G. Williams, person claiming to be the Orleans Parish Tax Assessor. This is what, after you did all that work and you find this document, this is what, and you ask him, he said, look, show me the law. Show me the law or the authority by which you are operating on, or show me the law that require me to pay you a ad valorem tax. Show me the contract that I signed with you that I was fully aware of. Show me that contract, that contractual obligation that caused me to be liable to you, to pay you a ad valorem tax on my property. Show that to me. This is what Harold G. Williams is going to send to you. My plate is full, and I have no further desire to enter into intellectual debate over the definition, over the difference in the definition of words. You see, the first thing he's gonna tell you that, look, I ain't gonna talk to you about what the meaning of what words mean. Look, my plate is full, man. I ain't got time for this crap. So, remember, the first thing that you did when you was contacted by Errol G. Williams, and that document, it says, taxpayer, dear taxpayer. That's what the document says, dear taxpayer. So, he's referring to you as a taxpayer. So you, because you don't remember being a taxpayer or entering into any contractual obligation with Errol G. Criminal Williams, you went and you did your research, you find this document, and you say to yourself, okay, a taxpayer, let me see if I'm a taxpayer. You come up with Title 42, Section 4, that says taxpayer mean any person liable to pay a tax or file a return under any provision in which the word taxpayer appears. So you find this document, right? And this document, Title 42, Title 47, deals with revenue and taxation, right? Section 2 deals with definition of words, general definition. And here is a tax assessor telling you, the people, that I have no further desire to enter into intellectual debate over the difference in the definition of words. That's the first thing I'm telling you. Come on. So he don't care whether or not you're a taxpayer, one, whether or not you're liable to. He don't care about any words that you may come across in the whole activity of this taxation crap. Him don't care. That's the first thing I'm telling you. Secondly, the Constitution. Now look, this for us was the end of the road. This was where the tire meets the road for us. When we get this document from this imposter criminal Errol G. Williams. Because here it is. We could understand or overlook the fact that he said to us that the definition of words don't mean nothing to him. We could understand or overlook that. We could also understand or overlook when he says that property rights law, he might have no time to discuss or debate property rights law. We could say okay. But here it is. He's gonna tell us that the Constitution means jack shit to him. An elected official, a politician, somebody who put one hand on the Bible and one hand in the ear. Let me see something real quick. Let me see if I can find something real quick for my family. Let me see something. Let's see something real quick. He's gonna tell us, right? He's gonna tell us that let's see. He's gonna tell us that he doesn't care about the Constitution, right? He don't care about the Constitution, and he put one hand on the Bible. He put one Swear in for honor. Let's see something. I'm trying to find something here, my brothers and sisters. I'm trying to find something for you right here. Let's see that. Let's see something really quick. This is what. Come up. Let's see something. Hold on. I'm trying to find something. This is a guy who tell us. This is the guy who told us. This Errol G. Williams to be sworn in for another term as Orleans Parish Assessor. Listen to this, family. Listen to this. A matter of fact, let's see. Listen to this. Let's play this for you.
Yeah, we're at Dillard University a little bit later this morning, around 11 o'clock. Errol Williams will be sworn into his second term as Orleans Parish Tax Assessor, the single tax assessor. You know, for years there were like 11 tax assessors in Orleans Parish, and Errol Williams served as the 3rd District Tax Assessor. It was indeed the biggest area, the biggest assessor's office in this in Orleans Parish. A few years ago, of course, the legislature made one assessor instead of 11, and Errol Williams has been serving in that situation. He's been in Orleans city government now for years, dating back to the 1970s when he served as the Director of Finance, and then as a stint as the Chief Administrative Officer for the city of New Orleans.
Okay, that's not it. I was actually looking for the clip. I was actually looking for the clip where Errol G. Williams put one hand on the Bible and one hand in the ear and said, I, Errol G. Williams, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will blah blah assessor of Orleans Parish, follow the constitution and laws of the land. And here it is that he's sending to us, his bosses, we the people, this document, telling us that he don't care about the constitution. No, that was where, that was the what they said, the straw that breaks the camel's back for us. That means you are taking the people money. You are taking money under false pretenses. You are taking money from we the people under false pretenses. You see? You are taking money from us, we the people, under false pretenses. Under false pretenses. And that's not good. We the people ain't gonna sit by the wayside and don't say nothing. You know? My brothers and sisters, my brothers and sisters, you have been listening to The Proven Truth. You have been listening to The Proven Truth with your brother and host, Anthony Brown. Coming to you live from the studio of Radio Gumbo Creole here in the beautiful territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. You can join us here every Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays between the hours of 4 to 6 p.m. where we will be speaking about, for the most part, these corrupted politicians that we have here in New Orleans. Look, if you guys notice, we are actually close to the end of the show. And we really didn't even get a chance, or we really didn't even touch on that criminal enterprise, CivicSource, CivicSource.com, Acorn Information System LLC, even though it's a part of the title of this show. You know, and the title is Corrupted New Orleans Politician and CivicSource Defrauding the People of Louisiana. We didn't even get a chance to touch or speak about that criminal enterprise. Okay? We actually just basically skimming the surface, or we basically just skim the surface as to certain fundamental ideas and principles and concepts. You see, you must understand when we refer to Errol G. Williams in his official capacity as the assessor of Orleans Parish, when we say criminal imposter, what we are talking about. When we use the word criminal imposter in reference to Errol G. Williams, the person who is occupying the Orleans Parish Tract, you must understand where we are coming from. And we are taking you back to the cradle. We are taking you back to the beginning. We are trying to establish a strong foundation upon which we are making our case, so you can understand where we are coming from or what we are saying. We are making that argument, my brothers and sisters. We are giving you the premise on which Errol G. Williams, as a tax assessor, supposed to be operating. If he was operating according to the laws of the land, according to the laws of the territory of Louisiana, which is the Constitution, if he was abiding by the rule of law, everything that we said here today, we exposed to you, he would have known it or implemented it, and doing so, he would be following the law, and he wouldn't be defrauding with CivicSource the people of New Orleans from what is rightfully theirs for a financial gain. But it's our argument that even though Errol G. Williams does not implement the law as it is written, he is fully aware of it, and he does willfully, with malicious intent, disregard its teaching or its philosophy for a financial gain, because a lot of the money that is robbing the people of Louisiana from right now is going directly into his pension or retirement fund. Not only him alone, but that's why there is no lashback, because other cronies, other people that sit and in public office is getting a financial gain from the criminal activity of CivicSource and Errol G. Williams as well. My brothers and sisters, where did the time go? Where did the time go? Where did the time go? Look, until such time, this is a brother Anthony Brown saying, much love.
Tom, is there any remorse within your heart for those people you've dealt in the past? Those who came across your path, their life they've lost. Sure, and you replied, say, circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should understand.